Welcome everyone tonight to the Core Beginner Dirt Series. This is race number 5 coming at you from virtual Eldora Speedway. Got our dirt expert Thaddeus Marshall up here in the booth with us tonight.
How's everybody going?
All right, so let's see. Looks like we got about 20 seconds of qualifying left here. Looks like everybody has run their times from what I can tell. Taking pole, looks like it's going to be David Tilford with a 16.2. Matt Crockett, keeping it nice and close there. Only 15 thousandths of a second behind, another 15 thousandths of a second behind Dakota Camper. Man, they're stacking all up on top of each other there.
Yes, they are.
So sounds like somebody at least decided to do some practice in our off week. It looks like. So pull up the grid here for heat number 1. Got Dave Tilford, Dakota Camper in second, Caleb Collins in third, Cheyenne Cada in fourth, and Brendan Metler in fifth. That's we race here. Let's see if I can find somebody. Here we go. Do we get a decent? No pit lane cameras. All right. So these are the 358 mods, right?
Yes.
So I'm assuming 358 is going to be the size of the motor they run?
Yes, sir.
All right. I know a little bit about dirt racing. Not quite enough, as much as I should.
Fortunately, these cars, you don't really turn in. You turn with the throttle more.
I mean, compared to the Legends and the Street Stocks, this is our first, I guess you would call, real dirt car that acts like what you would see at your local tracks other than the Street Stocks.
Yeah, definitely with the last, was it 4 races, we'll see actual cars you go watch local.
And it looks like the pace lights are off, so truck will be in this go round. Is that actually a branded Chevy truck, or is it just...
You know what's funny? It says Chevy, and then if you go like drive inside of it, it's got Dodge interior.
I was gonna say, because that looks like there should be a bow tie on the grill, but there's not. All right, as they will stack up and carefully take them off to the run here. Looks like a nice cozy little start here. Cheyenne running up on the wall there.
Dakota Camper getting out of shape. I'm trying to run the high side.
Yeah, most of the dirt stuff I've always run, it's always, get to the bottom and see how long you can run that before it burns off. But it looks like they're just kind of staying in that middle high line.
Unfortunately, with this new update, you used to be able to run those crumbs and be quick, but now they've made it where it breaks loose and upsets the car way too much.
Is that more of the update, you think, or just like the setups maybe not being updated to really reflect the new systems?
I definitely feel like it's more of the update. I mean, I ran a race here last night in Dirt Supers, and it's pretty sad when you got 75 lap race and the first 40 laps, all 24 guys are just running the bottom of the track to try to save tires.
Metler's trying to look up under Caleb there. So with custom setups with the new update, I'm guessing you had to throw everything out the window that was pre-update.
For the most part, yes. I know I have setups for the big block mods, which will be in those next week. I've just made a couple tweaks to them, and the setups work. They'll pass tech, but other setups for like late models, it just fails completely.
Okay. But I imagine they probably feel like crap or aren't fast at all anymore as well.
No, they're not fast at all. And on the old model, old update, you were pretty much put in the right front. It's either the left front or the right front into the ground. And now you can't do that.
So the 358s, they're not like the late models where they just want to pick that front tire up the whole time. The big blocks do that as well.
Yeah, you'll definitely see when you're driving that you're leaning to the right.
Yeah.
And it'll just pick it up.
It looks like we kind of settled down here 1, 2, and 3 between David, Caleb, and Brandon. Checking on Dakota and Cheyenne back here. 10 laps, everybody's kept it clean, no cautions. But it looks like Cheyenne might be trying to fancy a move on Dakota here. Oh, Dakota into the wall. Giving up that 5th place. Or giving up 4th place. See,
still trying to run the high side, though. Give him credit for that.
And you were saying that if you run the high side, it just burns the tire off.
Not only that, but it's just not cleaned off right now. And he got into the wall and may have damaged the right front, possibly breaking some steering.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it cost him some pace. That last lap, him being over a second off the pace. But so that'll take your results here. Show those to me. Tilford taking heat. Number 1 win. Caleb Collins in 2nd. Brandon Mettler in 3rd. Cheyenne Cada in 4th. And Dakota Camper in 5th. As we will pull up the grid here for this one. Got Matt Crockett on your pole. Lucas Kostick in 2nd. Austin Honick in 3rd. Carl Handwork in 4th. And Josh Sullivan in 5th.
Just want to give you guys a heads up real quick for the feature. It's going to end up being a 45 lap feature, not a 65.
I was wondering if there might be some fuel issues.
Yep, a little bit. So we'll just cut it back 20 laps just to be safe.
All right, Carl. Good luck.
Thanks, boys.
Well, what do you know? It wouldn't be a Paul Handwork race without some fuel issues.
No, especially on dirt. It's always interesting because it's, so many people run dirt so differently. The stock setups, you try to push the distance a little bit and they can come up woefully short. I remember a dirt road event we did at Phoenix where everybody ran out.
I remember a dirt midget race in Premier that got cut short.
Yeah, there was that one too. Oh, wait, was it a Chili Bowl that got cut short because of time?
I don't know on it. I think that Chili Bowl got cut short because of time.
Yeah.
Kokomo and the midgets got cut short because of fuel.
There we go. Everybody's green. Crockett a little late on the start there, it looked like. Running that bottom line there. It looks like Lucas. Oh, who is that? Is that Carl into the wall?
No.
No.
Carl's running the extreme bottom.
Oh, Carl.
Contact.
Carl and Crockett getting to get no. That's
Rocket in. Is that
Austin?
Austin?
I can't see a number on that on my screen. Swap up camera, see if that gives me a little. Yep. Yeah, that's the 44 of or 044 of Austin.
Oh, Crockett getting in the wall down the front stretch.
As Carl has made his way up to 2nd place in the 18 machine there. The TV cameras, the lights are not terribly good for trying to find the car numbers here. It almost looks like we got a couple light bulbs out.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. Definitely looks like there's 1 or 2 on the backstretch.
Let's check into Sullivan back here in 5th place. He's only a couple tenths off, so he's still running some good times.
That's the problem with these cars. You touch the wall at all, and the right front just turns right into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like what is it, Michigan, where it's got that sticky wall syndrome. Crockett running way down low there. Is Austin trying to make a charge towards Carl here?
Unfortunately, I just think right now the high side's just got way too much momentum. And even though it looks like Austin's
Carl into the wall.
Carl in the wall.
Whoa. Going for Mr. Toad's wild ride there.
A ride back on the back bumper of Austin.
Yeah. And slide job.
Slide job.
Crossover. Oh, there.
Oh, chances then.
Carl, the wall is not the quick way around there.
Going from second to fifth in
Yeah,
less than 2 laps.
gonna have to see if he can maybe make another line work. Got a feeling he'll probably not want to be anywhere near that wall for the rest of the night. We're in lap 10 already at 12 here. Clicking by quick in the second heat. So you're going to be able to make a run on Sullivan here. Yeah, a little touch.
A little net code.
Oh, Sullivan.
Ooh, Sullivan.
Ew, that would have been dangerous on a DD.
Oh, looks like Carl's going to give him position back.
Yeah. See if he can make a run out of the final corner here. And nope, looks like Sullivan takes it. Oh, yeah, we're one more. Carl with the slide job. Sullivan with the crossover. Can't
throw it. No, Sullivan doesn't throw the slider.
He's going to just try to take him on the... Oh, no. Yep, that outside just a little too much there at the line. As we'll pull the results up here that just like to disappear. Oh, no, not Heat 1.
Almost there.
Heat 2, there we go. Your winner being Lucas Kostick, Austin Honick in second, Matt Crockett in third, Carl Handwerk in fourth, and Joe Sullivan in fifth. As we are on to the beach. Oh, no. That's right. We're doing a little warm-up. They'll do that. And we got a few minutes here. Watch them do a little love to hear it while they run around the track here. And just a little section of love to hear it. We've got our starting order here. Looks like Dave Tilford will be in first. Lucas Kostick in second. Caleb Collins in third. Austin Honick in fourth. Brandon Mettler in fifth. Matt Crockett in sixth. Cheyenne Cade in seventh. Carl Handwerk in eighth. Dakota Camper in ninth. And Joe Sullivan in 10th. I know we do a little bit of a
handicap.
Yeah, the handicap. So that's going to put... is it Austin and Mettler to the back now.
I think it's going to put Carl to the rear, too.
Yeah. Well, Carl's pretty much already there. After his little contact in heat number 2 there. But as these guys pull out onto the track, they'll get their order set up here. Keeps trying to overlay everyone's picture. Alright, so we're coming. It's still telling me 60. Okay, so they're just going to end.
Yeah, they're going to end it on 45.
Yeah, because the session had already started. So if we make errors, because I keep looking at the overlay telling me 65 laps, I do apologize. So looks like are they going to take the green and then reorder them, or are they just rolling as is?
I believe that's what Carl said.
All right. This is one of those times you just get a clear all button.
Green.
Well, you know, I have that.
Oh, that makes more sense now. Well, I was thinking the 044 of Austin was going to be the 18 of Handwork. It's because he has the Evil Knievel 1 there on the side. That's what was messing me up. All right. As we are going green now. Lucas Costa got to an early lead. Oh, Austin digging on the bottom side there. Up to second place.
Trying in the back of Carl.
Let's check into that here. It looks like no damage that I can see on the 18 machine there. Cheyenne's looks alright as well. Ooh, getting a little out of shape and getting into Sullivan just a bit. Right here, Mettler, Tilford, Crockett. Oh, 43 of Dakota getting very sideways there. It's Carl coming up under the underside. Well, there, 3. Are they going to try to make it 4 wide? Alright. Crockett on the high side. Looks like that middle of the low line is still just a little bit quicker through the middle of the corner.
And especially after that track reset, that top's just not going to be there right now. It may be there come towards, when we get towards lap 30, but not right now.
Yeah. We're already 6 laps in, checking in here. The biggest gainer is Carl Handwork up into 5th, 3 positions up. Trying to run down Mettler and Austin. He was looking at the back door at Dave Tilford there.
Oh, Crockett in the back of Camper.
Showing that is a crash for Camper here.
Yellow.
Let's see here. Oh, yeah, just a little bit of... Oh. Ooh. Look like it put Dakota in the blender there. Oh, wow. That messed his suspension up just a wee little bit. Go back and take a look at that from the cockpit view. Ooh. That thing did not want to settle down. Alright. So it's showing Dakota as being 2 laps down for having a tow there.
Matt Crockett's going to get the EOL on that. He just got it right into the right rear of Dakota and just got him sideways and put him in the wall.
Let's see. So the Dakota still will have his fast repair to use to get back out there. And so we do count caution laps here.
I think by now we can make it to lap 50.
It's possible. I mean, if you drove it right, you could probably make it a 65.
You'd have to save quite a bit.
That might be actually interesting. Tell everybody beforehand. Hope you make it on fuel and see who could, like, to make it to 65. What would you have to do, and see how many people will just run out.
I think you'd have to be 50% throttle, and even then, it'd still be close.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
I think when I was doing some testing, it was only giving me 49 laps.
Collins looking to the outside there. And that has promoted Carl Handwerk up 6 spots to second place. Is he going to make it stick over the 044 of Austin?
Well, now, though, Joe Sullivan's on the move.
Yep, he is right on Carl's back door.
I spoke too soon.
Carl trying to look for a way to get around Austin. Yeah. You still got Crockett up back there running that high line, I can see. You got these three here, Tilford, Collins, and Bettler. Putting on a nice little battle here, being 2 and 3 wide at times. Oh, Collins into the wall. And Mettler into him, and Crockett behind, all getting spun out there. Let's take a look here at what it looks like from Mettler here. Yeah, Caleb got in the wall, really know where he could go. Crockett catching it too. A little bit of front end damage on the 15 machine there. Not too bad, it doesn't look like. Are the 358s as bad as the modifieds and on asphalt as far as engine damage with light contact in the front?
You know, I don't think they really get engine damage. It's just more steering and suspension.
Okay.
They're known for crab walking quite a bit.
Well, I mean, the way these cars are set up, they're kind of crab walking to begin with. Because if memory serves, the front and rear axles are not exactly in line with each other.
No.
I know the guys over on AMX will run these at Crandon from time to time, and they are supposedly just as fast as a Pro 2 truck. So I'm not sure how they do on the few right-hand corners on that track, but yeah, they all seem to love doing it over there.
And if I just heard Carl correctly, we are now going the full distance.
All right.
We are going to go the full distance.
Well, all right.
All right, so if people run out of fuel, it's on you.
Yep.
All right, so we will get a 65-lap race out of this one.
Green, green, green.
As Austin has mud all over his windshield in this camera, that does not help us very much. And Carl up under Austin there on the restart. Is Austin going to have something for him back into this corner? Looks like he's got it. A little bit of a blink there. That at Eldora, the two corners, it's pretty even as far as 1 and 2 being like 3 and 4. It's not one of those. It's like a kidney bean.
No, for the most part, it's pretty much the same all the way around.
I was trying to remember, which one is your favorite that has no wall on the outside, where 1 and 2 are vastly different than 3 and 4?
It's not my favorite, but Lernerville.
Yeah, Lernerville.
It just makes a challenge.
As Austin is all over the back of Carl trying to find a way around there. But your tight battle's still here. Caleb looking to the high side of Tilford. And the high side will burn in at some point, but for now, looks like David's got him held up there. Not really seeing a ton of track evolution on my screen, but yeah. Well, we are 25 laps in, only about 15 of them have been in anger.
There's a little bit of like.
Oh, that's got Mettler snuck past Sullivan there. Checking in on Caleb Collins back here, just kind of running on his own. Oh. Cheyenne Cada getting around Dakota Camper there. Or is that Dakota getting around Cheyenne? I can't quite tell. Oh, a little bit of contact. But they kept it clean, so. Yeah, you're going to touch a little bit in dirt from time to time.
Just can't do it too much.
No, the 358s they're not on the new damage model yet.
No.
The big blocks are, I believe, though, right?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I think there's only 2 new damage models, and that's wing sprint cars and late models.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and the dirt street stocks.
Yeah, that's right. The last update brought the new damage model to the late models because everybody was complaining the quarter panels were way too weak.
And they're still too weak. Now they're too strong.
Few people trying to. Looks like Carl's trying to maybe size up Lucas for a move here. There. Yeah, you can see there it's starting to burn in on the entry.
Not much though.
Carl's got him up under the fender.
Lucas just not giving him any room.
No, I remember a D-Series race where Jimmy did that to me all the way around USA for about 30 or 40 laps. Trying to make me go to the high side, and I was like, nope, I'll go low eventually. It looks like running that high side on the outside, Carl might clear him on this next one. Lucas getting a little too sideways there. Well, that puts your new leader, Carl Handwork, up 7 positions from his starting spot. As these guys' last laps are running about 16.7s. You know, their best lap, 16.0s, 16.2s. So definitely track going away just a little bit.
I think also Carl's just saved his stuff.
Yeah, down into the 17s there on that lap, as you can see. Because tire wear really is a thing now on dirt. I think they may have made it a little too much of a thing, but...
Well, hopefully come September we get some changes to it.
Yeah, I was going to say from, like, in real life, if you ride a dirt bike, yeah, you slap a new fresh knobby on there. That first ride for the first little bit, oh, absolutely, it's a game changer. Then it drops off, but then it stays there for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So maybe one of those things that, you know, I imagine these tires in real life, your first, I don't know, 3 or 4 laps probably be nice and quick, and then lose a couple tenths, and then hold that for 30 or 40 more laps before they really start chunking out or something. But I mean, you see a lot of dirt racing in real life. Do these tires in real life, do they, like, chunk bits of the tread off, or?
You know, not always, but you know, I've seen people blow tires within 10 laps. It's
Especially if the bodywork gets into it.
yeah. I get they're trying to be as realistic as possible, but you're not going to burn them this quickly.
It looks like lap times here. It looks like Collins has slowly been rolling in Tilford here. So it looks like that high line might be coming into effect.
I think right now Lucas has just used up his stuff way too quickly. He probably thought it was just going to be a quick 45 lap race and tried to check out.
There, Collins going around the top side there, around David. But looking at this, Austin is right on the back of Lucas here. They're still trying to run that bottom line. You know, looking at lap times though, Caleb is the fastest one on the track with 16.8 last lap. So that high side, yeah, it's definitely come in. What do we have? Our leader Carl's here, still running that bottom line there. Yeah, probably just looking after tires, I'm assuming.
Probably, I mean, if we get a late caution, it could be a game changer.
Yeah. And Collins is caught up to Mettler now. Going around that high side there just like it's not much to him. So we are 48 to 65 laps in. Collins going to look for the crossover, send a little bit of a slider. Ooh, Mettler just covering him off. Good, hard dirt racing right there. Nice job, guys. So often you see people just send the haymaker slider and take them out. I mean, it happens in iRacing, happens in real life. I've seen it more times than I care to admit at the Talladega short track.
I heard that place is a little bit better racing now.
Yeah, I think they, it's not like it was when I was a kid, I know that much. I remember going there when I was a kid and you were guaranteed to see a fist fight generally after every race. Especially in the street stock series. Those guys, seem to take it a little more personal. Oh! Collins into that inner wall!
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
That had to hurt. Let's go back, slow that down to quarter speed. Find the cockpit cam here. And it looks like it just kind of is going to probably taking a set a little too early on him. It'll be going into the next one.
I think he just tried to throw a slider and just misjudged it.
Ooh. By a good bit. Yeah, that bent the steering and phew. In real life, I don't think you're walking away from that one.
I think he's walking away from it, but to the back of an ambulance.
I've seen how they build a lot of these cars, and I'm pretty sure that engine and your feet would not be happy together.
Well, you know, I mean, me and Carl will probably argue about this. These are not real modifieds to me. And these are East Coast mods instead of UMPs like I'm normally used to being around.
So what's the difference between these East Coast mods and a UMP?
UMP is open motor and it's a lot longer. It's basically pretty much like a late model without fenders.
Okay.
And smaller tires.
Because that's just what you want on the dirt is a smaller tire.
Of course.
Hang on, we're not going
Make you
green.
learn how to drive.
Looks like Dakota Camper's getting his position or lap back here. And that will put him So put him back on the lead lap.
This should be interesting now, giving Austin the outside.
Yeah, you have to wonder about that. But I mean, the exit of the corner there on that inner line still looks to be pretty good dirt.
You just gotta wonder how much tire some of these guys have left.
Nah, see, yeah, Carl's going to try to put him right in that slick coming out. Oh!
Green flag, green flag.
A little bit of contact there between your first row. And that Mettler is... Oh, we're about to be 3 wide here as Austin has gotten around Lucas, and so has Mettler, it appears.
We're almost 4 wide.
But look who there's on the high side. Sullivan. Saying, hey guys, I'm here. Oh. They are... Oh. Looks like they...
Honestly, if we can see a different winner, I'd like to move.
Oh. Sullivan. The high side is fast, but not that wall. The Chastain line does not work on dirt in these things. As that's putting Brandon Mettler up into 3rd now. See if he saved a little something to be able to run down our front 2 guys and Carl and Austin. Looks like that wreckage taking that. Oh! Lucas and Tilford getting into it there. We are 5 laps to go now. As Lucas going on the inside, a little bit of a door check to Dave there. Does Tilford have anything left to run that high line, maybe? Is he going to try to send it down low? Lucas with the crossover, taking that position back. As we are 3 laps to go, check in with our leader here. Carl has just about a half a second lead there on Austin, as they are slowly pulling away from 3rd place Brandon Mettler. It looks like Lucas here would like to take that podium away from Mettler. Ooh. Looks like Lucas is going to have it. Does that outside line, does Mettler have anything on that run down for him? Does not. Crossing back under.
I'm just very surprised Austin, seeing how that outside lane was rolling. He didn't go up there and try it.
Yeah, I kind of expected Brandon, after seeing Caleb right before that caution, run past him there on the outside before Caleb got in the wall. Him not try it a little bit, unless you just need a little bit of tire to be remaining to run that upper line.
Yeah.
We will pull up our results here. Not consolation. Feature. Yeah, the correct ones. All right, Carl Hanwork yet again taking your win. Austin Honick in 2nd. Lucas Kostick rounding out your podium in 3rd there. Brandon Mettler in 4th. Dave Tilford in 5th. Cheyenne Cada up in 6th. Dakota Camper in 7th. Joe Sullivan in 8th. Matt Crockett in 9th. And Caleb Collins in 10th after that late accident. So, yeah. Let's pull Lucas in here for 3rd place. Lucas, this is John and Thad in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
So those last few laps there with Mettler, a few crossovers and slider lines. You having fun with that, or was that nerve-wracking?
That was pretty nerve wracking. Starting a pole, I was up front. I had my relative up the whole time, and I was just checking. And I felt like I was gone, and then guys were catching me, and on that one long run, Carl got me, and so did Austin. The yellow came out, 15 laps to go, and I fell back to like fifth, and I'm like, there's no way I'm making top three, and I found something that worked, and I just stay on the bottom too long. I knew it was gonna come in after the heat race. I felt it started to come in. I just didn't want to go. I didn't want to be the first guy going down there. Austin showed me the door early, and I was gonna go down there for the rest of the night.
Well, looking at it, some of the guys were making that high line work. You seem to be making all the lines work for you when you needed them, for the most part. But we saw it looked like Austin and Carl got into it with each other a little bit there in that restart. That give you a little scare.
Yeah, I didn't really know what happened. I actually, for a little bit, I think I tapped Carl. I don't know if I hit him or like Austin him. They touched and he checked up and I hit him, but I don't know. It really, it's actually scared me because I thought I was gonna have a bad restart and fall back pretty far, but it evened out pretty well.
Yeah, it looked like you kind of just got swamped there with everybody. So congratulations. Anybody you want to give a shout out to on that 110 machine?
I just like thank Trent Kahn at Dark Horse Setups, Trent Kahn Photography, and all the people over there. Good people, and thank you all for putting on the show. It's always good to have a broadcast, and I'm gonna have to listen to this one back.
Well, we appreciate it, and congratulations on third place. We'll let you go celebrate.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, that was number 3 there, Lucas Gostick. We'll bring in Austin Honick here for you, Thad.
Hey, Austin, it's John and Thad up in the booth. You got a copy?
Looks like it dropped him back away. Let's try this again.
Hey, Austin, it's Thad and John up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
So, finished in second place tonight. You think you would have had anything for Carl at the end?
I thought I did going into 1 and 2, but I just couldn't get it figured out in 3 and 4, and he would pull on me.
I was talking to John towards the end of the race. I was surprised with about 5 to go. You didn't try to run the extreme high side just to carry momentum off.
Yeah, I think that just comes with experience. This is my first time on this track, and so I was trying to learn the best lines and following other people to try to catch the fast line.
Yeah, I mean, I got tons of experience here, and if you can run that high side way up there, you had tons of momentum carrying off. We watched Joe and I think Caleb Collins do it a couple times. Just unfortunate incidents for them. And congrats on the P2 tonight. Anybody you got to thank?
No, just y'all. Y'all for hosting it on YouTube. It's always nice to go back and watch it, and then Carl for putting everything together. But now this was one of my best races so far, and hopefully we can carry it on to next week.
All right, hope to see you back in here next week as we take the big blocks to Bristol.
Alrighty, thank y'all.
Thank you.
There we go. All right, we'll pull Carl in here. Carl, this is Thad and John in the booth. You got a copy?
Gotcha, boys.
So, in the winner's circle again.
Yeah, I'll take it. This was a little different. Like these are arguably my favorite cars. Maybe not necessarily to drive, but these are the kind of cars that I go to see as much as I can. I actually just went this past weekend to see a 358 modified race. So these are kind of my bread and butter. But yeah, it was a little funky tonight. For the first half of the race, I was just talking to Lucas about I was just trying to save that right rear as much as possible. Wasn't trying to step it out at all. Just trying to drive it kind of flat at the bottom of the track. And it got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I don't even know if these things have enough power here to even start burning up the tires. So I'm just going to start going a little harder and pick off a few positions. And didn't sound like it was too bad until the end. I could feel that thing was starting to wear down a bit.
Yeah, it looked like everybody was kind of. Well, I mean, y'all looked like you were running that low line, and then towards the end there, right before you had his accident, Caleb was ripping the top pretty hard and starting to make up spots. Yeah, kind of wondered when you and Austin might make your way up there, but seemed like y'all were just kind of running that same line and making it work.
Yeah, I thought about it a couple times, and even one time I think I went to like the middle a little bit just to kind of feel how the power felt in the middle, and I was never comfortable enough to go all the way up to the top because I didn't really have that big of a lead when we had those late cautions to try it. But like the laps after the checker flag, I went up there. I'm like, oh my god, this feels amazing up here. I mean, I don't know if it was faster or not, but you could just hold the flat to the floor and just rip it like you were saying. But I didn't have the cojones to move it up there and open up that bottom because it just seemed like it was really bottom feeding. But like I said, that right rear started sticking out. I think it finished with like 62%, which doesn't seem like much, but I was feeling it. It was a little skatey.
Yeah, the we saw you had a little bit of trouble getting up into the fences in the heat race number 2 there. Figured you
Yeah,
might
that
just be trying to stay away from the wall.
no, that yeah, the heats just were not kind to me at all. And yeah, I got up into the wall a couple times and got bumped up to the wall another time. And yeah, I'm like, all right, let me just settle this thing down. And then I think me and Sullivan got together, and he got up into the wall, and I seen that, so I backed off, let him get back past me because I don't like making a pass like that. Um, Not that I wasn't gonna race him to the end, which I did, and got him back cleanly this time. But it's fun. I mean, even though we only got 10 guys out here, it seems like we've been averaging about 10 a week out here. It's been fun, and there's some good drivers out here. I mean, Lucas has certainly given me a run for my money. Even tonight here, Austin was right there at the end, and it was not easy for me. I mean, we had I think it was Keegan out here. There's a lot of good ones out here, let alone the guys that are the usuals in core, Metler and Caleb. They just kind of haven't had the luck to get up there at the end of challenge, but I know they definitely have the speed.
Yeah, I've been watching, Metler the last few races. Looks like he might be saving a little too much, trying to have something in the end and just runs out of time to try to make a charge.
Yeah, exactly. And it sounded like Caleb kind of killed himself tonight. And I don't know what happened, but I know everybody was kind of laughing about it. So I'll have to go back and take a look and see how the 72 died here tonight. It sounded like it was a good one. He clipped the wall and just killed himself. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it
like I
looks like
said,
he tried a
it was fun.
slider that went a little long.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
misjudged a slider line.
Well, that'll do it right there.
There will be a nice onboard on the broadcast for you to see.
Perfect, perfect.
But
And
get that?
me and John were having a little conversation about what the last couple of races of this series. Why not carry the track over all night?
It's an option, and it may not be a bad option to really really worry about burning that tire up, especially when we get to next week at Bristol, with the big blocks this time. I think those are gonna rip those right rears up a little bit more, and yeah, if we keep the track going slick the whole way, and it's not bad considering all we're having is practice qualifying and 2 heats. If we were having 3, 4 heats and then consies, then the track could be ripped to shreds. But the fact there's only a couple races, I don't think it's a bad idea to get it a little bit frisky out there.
Yeah.
Well, always got the 305 parked at Williams Grove for you.
that I know. I was thinking about throwing it for Austin here tonight just to just to get it in there, but no, it's been fun. Like I said, I appreciate these guys coming out here, and it's been fun for the whole season so far, and it's just a good way to kick back on Thursday nights, and hopefully we're giving you guys a little bit of a show up there.
Yeah, it's definitely been there was quite a bit of battling tonight. Brandon, David, and Lucas there for a while, and even Caleb. They were always within about 2/10 of each other. So it's definitely some good racing to watch, and we appreciate it. Anybody you want to give a shout out to on that 18 machine before we let you go?
Yeah, unfortunately, I lost my sponsorship with President Camacho up there, but little throwback to the guy that me and Barry and my kids and wife go to see on the car here tonight, repping the Craig Van Doren paint scheme, and I've been watching him since I was little, grew up with him, so I was when I got a chance to get in these 358s the first time they came out, it was going right, and taking a look at getting one of his paint scheme on there. So that's the main one I want to give a shout out to. But shout out to all these guys, like I always do. Without these guys coming out here, it's no fun. When you got 2 or 3 guys out here, we'll be getting consistently 10. Certainly love to see the rest of the field coming out here and getting 15, 16 guys out there, and maybe even having a chance to get some alphabet soup going. But it's been fun so far. So thanks to you guys up in the booth. Thanks to the fans tuning in, and we'll take these big blocks of Bristol, see what happens.
Well, hopefully we'll catch you in the podium spots again.
All right, sounds like a plan, boys.
So, Thad, next week, the big blocks at Bristol. Any predictions?
It's hard to tell there. It's pretty. I don't know if it's going to be follow lit or not. I haven't ran Bristol since the update, and especially with the big blocks, I'm not really used to them. So it'll definitely be interesting to see who gives Carl a run for his money.
Yeah, it definitely will be. So hopefully we'll get some more good racing. Bristol, I know for the dirt track, anything I always seem to throw there. The dirt racing winds up being good. It's one of those that it's not just a high line track or a low line track. There's if there's a little bit of track evolution, it'll go just anywhere.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what lines form and who can find the fast line and keep it in the tack.
Well, all right. Well, that'll be it for tonight for the Core Beginner Dirt Series. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's CRN now. We have 7 days a week of broadcasting. So there's always something on for you. And we appreciate it, and catch you next week.